Europe is named as a continent, but it is more than a geographical definition. It's a great culture. It is the center of all changes and the improvements of the world since ancient Greek. The fundamental of the modern world, French and Industrial Revolution comes from these lands. Today, Europe has a total of 64 countries. 50 of them are independent, 8 of them are dependent, and 6 of them are unrecognized. In this video of Wireless Knowledge, we'll look at what these countries think about the others. France. People's thoughts about France are generally divided by two powerful emotions. The people who like France, they really love it. On the other hand, people who don't like, they hate. France is the center of the world tourism. It is the most visited country. Romantic cities such as the well-known Paris, eligible for both summer and winter tourism, history, nature, culture and its cuisine are catchy things for tourists. We should also add their charismatic language on top of them. The people who don't like France say the arrogance of French people is the most annoying thing, especially their decision to don't talk in English and their self-enclosed nature keep them at a distance. European people think this attitude is funny because even Spanish is more common than the French. Italy. Italy is loved by the most of the European. It is like a country as an open-air museum and you can see historical artifacts wherever you look. Italy is also one of the countries where European culture was born. When Roman Empire chose Christianity, Europe's religious structure reshaped. Italians seemed elegant to Europeans. Apart from the others, they are more chatty and friendly. Some Europeans think that Italians think they are important but not quite. Since World War II, there have been nearly 50 government changes in Italy. That's why Northern Europeans think they are indecisive and lazy. Italian men are in love with their mothers. This is one of the interesting features of them. The Netherlands. Europeans think the Netherlands' social order and economy are at an appreciative level. They are also like Germany, but the Dutch don't like to be compared to the Germans. Due to the liberal nature of the country, Dutch are also very open to the outside. Most of them speak German and English, so this makes them easy to communicate. Europeans think that Dutch are kind. Everyone in the Netherlands can express themselves easily, but the racist wave that has been rising all over Europe recently is slowly taking hold of the Netherlands. Germany. Germany is the fundamental of the European Union. Germans are shown the most disciplined and prescriptive. If a German made a promise, this could be more reliable than an agreement. What Hitler did still remains in the Europeans' mind, so this is the weakest point in Germans. They always feel indebted. Europeans are waiting in the wings because of the Germans' history. Dutch and Danish don't like Germans as well. They are like an idol for Poland and Czechia. Germans think that Europeans don't like them but feel them respect. The United Kingdom. Europeans consider the countries involved in the United Kingdom as united, and they are all English from their eye. Until Brexit, positive opinions were dominant in Europe in general. In fact, they actually think England is closer to USA more than Europe politically. Germans think the British undermined the development of the European Union before Brexit. Despite the fact that the best restaurants are in the UK, everybody agrees that the British cuisine is awful. Their selfishness is very popular all over the world. Most of the people think that Brits are at the top in music. British people, on the other hand, have a bad reputation. They drink every day without limits in the places they go on vacation. That ends up nothing but disgrace. Football hooligans as well run wild when they are away, and whole Europe is tired of this. Scandinavian countries. Like the United Kingdom, Europeans tend to consider Scandinavian countries as united. From Europeans' eyes, these countries have high standards for them and people with blonde hair and blue eyes live there. They are authoritative as well. Scandinavians, on the other hand, see each other differently. Norwegians, Danes, and Finns think Swedes are silly and nervous. Others think Norwegians are racists. The Danes, on the other hand, are known as a more grumpy nation with stricter rules than any of them. Finns are perhaps the most introverted societies in all of Europe. Because of what happened in history, Danes don't like Germans and Finns don't like Russians. Switzerland. First of all, Switzerland has cultural differences even amongst itself. Most of them speak German, some of them French. There are also some native Italian speakers. German-speaking Swiss are considered very strict people even by Germans. They are neither warm nor friendly. They are very frank. French speakers are more like Germans than French, but they are known for being grumpy once again. Switzerland has not been involved in any war since 1814. In 1815, they added the neutrality policy to their constitution. Europeans generally look positively towards Switzerland because of its neutrality. Due to the high standards and its attraction, they receive the most immigration from the European Union countries. Greeks are cited by Europeans as the most angry community. Poland is also the labor resource of the European Union. After they joined the Union, there was an intense immigration from the country. The newspapers made the headline, "Last one turns the light off." For Austria, the definition of a country that is a mixture of Germany and the Balkan is used. Belgians are also known for their sharp intelligence. Finally, if Europe were a paradise, its policeman would be a Brit, the cooker would be a French, its engineer would be a German, its lovers would be Italians, and its director would be a Swiss. If Europe were a hell, its policeman would be a German, the cooker would be a Brit, its engineer would be a French, its lovers would be Swiss, and its director would be an Italian.